A while back I did a video showing this late model 230 and an overdrive transmission that I was thinking about letting go of. Well, I went ahead and got it mocked up on the engine stand. That way we can run it for you guys. Take a look at the oil pressure and compression and stuff like that. So I've got it all mocked up using all the accessories that were rebuilt on the engine at the time. I don't have a really good radiator, unfortunately. That one's got some holes in it, so you saw I had a bucket over there to catch the coolant. So we're running it as long as I can, run it up to temperature, check temperature, different parts of the head for coolant circulation and things like that. So have the original fuel pump hooked up. I hooked up a electric pump over there just to prime everything. I got it primed just a bit ago, but it looks like I've got a leak in this radiator hose I'm gonna have to tackle real quick before I crank it up. But as you can see, everything is hooked up. It is still 6 volt and I have it hooked up positive ground. Obviously you can rewire it or whatever to whatever you'd like, but the BB carburetor that's been rebuilt is on there, as well as all the rebuilt accessories. So here in just a second, once I fix this leak, we'll fire it up. It looks like coolant leaks may be a little bit of a struggle for us, but not too big of a deal. We'll be able to run this thing long enough to test everything out. So it's just open exhaust right now, so put some earmuffs on here. We just have 2 things we need to do. We'll go ahead and hook up the ignition. Go ahead and hook up the fuel pump, even though I think the mechanical fuel pump should be able to pull through the electric. It's already in place. So let's do that and see if she'll fire up. Get a little throttle. Oh, sounds pretty good. Got good oil pressure. For 10 minutes now, enough time to get the idle dialed in and open the thermostat. So we'll just take a quick look at how everything is looking right here. Right now we're about 550 RPM. Check and see what our hot oil pressure is. Right about 50 pounds at idle. And our vacuum is about 22, maybe 21 inches of mercury. Check our temperatures at the front of the head. We've got 197. Back of the head, 208. So that's pretty typical. Let's go ahead and we're going to double check temp. Running for a little bit longer now. Everything appears good. Let's give it some revs here. goes that radiator. I wasn't sure how long that was gonna last. We've got a pretty good sized crack in there. All right, so now that the engine is warmed up, we'll shut it off and then we'll do a compression test. Just got all the spark plugs out and the throttle wide open. So let's see what we got. Okay, we were right at 140. Hmm, 136 maybe. I think that O-ring is sealing. 138. 140. 135. Actually, you know what? That one wasn't sealing quite right. I see some blow by, so 135. We'll just call it that though, because that's still fine. Okay, and 135. So decently even compression all the way around. This thing I think needs a new O-ring. Starting to leak a little bit, but hey, the main thing we were looking at was to see what hot compression was, and this engine ran for about 10 minutes. It'd been sitting for quite a few years before all of this, and just wanted to take it apart and take a look at the inside, because if I'm selling an engine, especially internationally, I want to be able to sell it with confidence. So that's the reason for all the running and stuff like that, and the pulling of the cylinder head. So I just wanted to take a good look inside because it had been sitting for quite a long time, a little over 10 years, if I remember. So I wanted to check the bores and all that kind of stuff, make sure there wasn't any rust. While I had it apart, had the head milled 60 thousandths, and that put our compression ratio right around 9.3 to 1, if my calculator is correct, which is awesome for one of these flatheads. It would have been a 130 horsepower flathead from the factory. So factor that in as you will. But I'll be selling this complete engine just as you see it, with all the accessories from carburetor to, you know, the belts, and also the R10G transmission down there. So I don't have proof on that one. I do know for a fact the engine was redone, but I don't know exactly on this transmission. They were both in a restoration. They were pulled from a 56, if I am correct, and they were put into a 1950 Dodge build quite a few years ago, and then the customer opted for a V8 swap not too long after this stuff was put in. So that's the whole reason I have it. It was a nice buy for me. I thought maybe I'd keep it as a spare for the Plymouth, and you know what, I've got so many things. I've got other extra engines as well, so I decided to go ahead and let it go. Really great opportunity to get Fleadhead 6 rebuilt much cheaper than you could even rebuild your own engine. The price of rebuilding these things has just gotten astronomical, and that's if you can find someone to do it. The last proper full rebuild that I saw was $4,200 to $4,500. Hopefully I've been thorough enough in this video to answer any questions that people might have, but definitely leave comments below. I will have, I think I'm going to publish this engine and the transmission in the next issue of the Plymouth magazine. So just let me know if you have any questions. This thing will be, I'll go ahead and drain all the fluids back out of it. Well, I'll leave the oil in it, but I'm going to drain the coolant and stuff out of the block, and then before it ships on the pallet, I'll have to have the oil drained. But I've already got a pallet for it. I don't know exactly how much freight would cost. I think last time I quoted this size of engine, it was maybe $450 to $480 at the highest, and that was like Texas to New York. So anywhere in between will probably be a little bit less. You can paint it whatever color you want. I thought about painting it. The machine shop, you know, obviously ruined some of the paint when I had the head milled, but I didn't think it was worth it to go in and repaint it. I've already done a good bit of this, more than I should for an engine that I'm selling. And that gives you guys options to paint it whatever color you want. So hopefully I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching.